What is up, everybody? It's your boy Duty, and back again with another video. And this time we're taking a look at our boy DSP's daily rap video after a day of PC upgrades. That's right, well, not really PC upgrades, streaming style updates to Phil's rig that apparently will save the business. But sadly, just like with everything that Phil does, there's always something that goes wrong, and that happened last night. Apparently the new capture card is a detractor. That's right, it almost screwed up his night stream of Hades too, where the capture card apparently wasn't compatible with his mini PC, and of course he was getting, I believe it's called HDCP block. So we'll get into it. Look at Phil right here in this lovely face here. God, I think I paused it in the very wrong spot. So let's see what Phil had to say on the Daily Wrap.
Good evening, everyone. Phil here. Welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Wednesday, the 29th of May, 2024. A day that's going to probably go down in history because today, my setup was dramatically upgraded and improved. The better. Someone donated a capture device to me that should not actually work with my setup per the specs, but does almost completely. As of this morning on the podcast, if you didn't see it, the entirety of the podcast was used to set up and test this device. This device now allows me to continue to stream at 1080p 60 frames per second, but because of the quality of the device and because I upped my bitrate on streams and in the on-demand videos, okay, to 15,000 kilobits per second, now everything is so much smoother. And this device allows me to play games at up to 120 hertz on my television, meaning 120 frames per second, or 4K 60 frames if a game supports it. So depending on what I do moving forward, I'm going to have dramatically better visuals on my TV here, and this is going to help tons in games like Street Fighter 6, where I've been trying to reduce input delay. In fact, what we did is we booted up Street Fighter 6 this morning, we tested it with this device. I was able to play 1080p 120 hertz, even though the game only displays at 60 frames, 120 hertz playing online against a Zangief, no frame tearing whatsoever, input delay reduction on, and I was actually able to get this counter drive impact, which is something that I have had an insane amount of problems doing since the inception of Street Fighter 6 last year, in the beta, actually. I'm able to do it now. I did on the first attempt. This Zangief went like this with the drive impact, and it was just about to hit me, and I did mine, and it worked and countered it. I'm like, this is how people have been doing it to me all along. I needed to have this no input delay, and I have completely removed it from the game. It is gone. So now when I press a button, immediately my attack comes out. It's like night and day. So not only did I do the input delay reduction earlier in the week, but now because I'm playing at 120 hertz, there's even less input delay and no screen tearing because VRR is enabled. Yeah, so I have variable refresh rate, higher hertz and frame rate, everything increased, okay? Obviously, this will not affect every game, but I mean, just for any game where there's competition and online play, it's going to be tremendous. It's probably going to help with a game like Elden Ring's DLC coming out in late June, to have better reaction time and stuff like that, right? Less sluggishness. That's great. And because I increased the bitrate of both the stream and the on-demand videos, this should all look good for you guys moving forward. However, we did run into more technical issues. I'll explain in a moment.
Alrighty, folks, so you've heard it. Pigstory, not history. Pigstory was made yesterday with the new capture card. Oh, Jesus Christ. You know what could fix all of this, Phil? You know what can fix all of your problems? Is you stop playing WWE Champions for a month. I know you're an addict and you're never going to give up WWE Champions until, you won't give it up until they shut down the servers or you go flat broke. So here's a solution, Phil. You don't play WWE Champions for a month. That money that you would get, that you would save, you can invest in a fucking PC, you fucking moron. The $3 or $4 grand that you waste on WWE Champions, you could take that money and get yourself a high-end PC, get yourself get yourself an internal capture card, an Elgato 4K like I have internal capture card. That PC will allow you to stream, record in 4K and 1080p, 120 megahertz, whatever the fuck you need it to do, you can do it. And you don't have to worry about cables running around. You don't have to worry about all of the heat being generated in your office. All that electricity that you're wasting. All of these different fucking inputs and outputs that you need to fucking run. If you just simply do that. And if you don't want to stop playing WWE Champions for a month, do it for 2 weeks. Even with that money, you can get yourself a mid-range PC. That'll do all that. It'll take care of your streaming, your recording, and you won't have any fucking issues. And you can play on PC. But of course, you don't really want to do that. You don't want to do that because 1, you don't want to stop playing WWE Champions. 2, you don't want to. You want someone to gift you a fucking PC. And 3, you won't have an excuse for why you're such a shitty fucking Street Fighter player. All of this fucking mega shit that he did yesterday, with updating the capture card and changing the fucking bit rate, he went on and played Street Fighter and still fucking lost. He started blaming dropped frame rates. That's what he started complaining. So with this dude, it doesn't fucking matter. He's gonna have a different excuse. Even if he gets a fucking... I can send him my PC, which is a very robust PC, and he'll still fucking find something to complain about. But again, Phil, you wouldn't have any of these fucking issues if you just invested some fucking money into your business, Phil. And the thing that frustrates me the most is that he'll do anything other than get a fucking PC. He relies on fucking the charity of strangers to send him a capture card, and hopefully it works. And what ended up happening was it ended up causing problems on his night stream, because apparently that that capture card had issues where it had HPCP, which is the it's that encoder, that firmware that blocks people from streaming because it sees it as you trying to steal content. And he had a problem there, and he wasted like his first 15 minutes on stream, on his stream, because he had to unplug his capture card and reinstall the old capture card. So now going forward, every time he wants to play on a mini PC, he has to go swap out the fucking capture card. What stupidity is that? This is just stupidity. And then when he comes on and does the daily rap, he sounds exhausted. And makes it seem like, oh my god, I'm working so hard for everyone. You're not fucking working hard. You're working stupid, Phil. You're working like a fucking regarded person. Only a regarded person does the shit you do. God, you're so fucking infuriating. And all because you refuse to fork out a couple dollars and invest in your business in a new PC, brother. And at that, it's not even your fucking money. It's the fucking Didnt's money. It's your whales that come out and support you every day. But you want to continue playing this stupid fucking game and thinking you made Pigstory today because you managed to get a capture card that wasn't compatible with your system to fucking work. Big ups, Phil. Here's a fucking round of applause for you, fucking idiot. God, you fucking moron.
First stream today, the podcast was literally just testing this device and getting it working, and then we played Multiversus on the Xbox Series X. So what's my initial thoughts on Multiversus now that I got to play it? It's fun. They definitely changed it since the beta. It's slower. They actually slowed the game down. It looks like they've changed a lot of the things, you know, the way that you build your characters and their loadouts and things. I mean, it's a little annoying that I played the beta and I had all this stuff kind of like unlocked and going, and now I'm a little limited with what I can do in the game. Like, for example, all my characters I unlocked in the beta are still there, so that's good. But, like, now I gotta rebuild loadouts and stuff, and it's like, man, they retooled the game. It's all a little different now. However, I mean, I have to be honest, and I'll talk more about this on Friday's morning's podcast. Dude, the game is not polished at all. I'm playing it, and it stutters and freezes and unfreezes randomly in the middle. And I'm not even playing online. I'll be doing an offline match, and it's freezing and then unfreezing in the middle of a match. It's supposed to be a fighting game, a competitive game. How can you be playing at any kind of a competitive level when the dang thing doesn't even work right? Did I forget to turn this on tonight? Yes, I did. It looks like the batteries are dead anyway. Guess it wouldn't have mattered. But yeah, it was bad. And then, I'd say out of the maybe 20 matches I tried to play online, probably 5 or 6 dropped. Like, right in the middle of the match, just lost connection. So, it's a free game. I'm not going to be frustrated about it. At the same time, though, if they want the game to be taken seriously, they have to polish it. And there's big lack of polish in this game right now with this freezing and stuttering. I was in a match. I was Iron Giant. I got a special ability which says protect your friends. You transform into a tank shooting missiles everywhere. I'm literally in the middle of the platform of the stage shooting the enemies. The game freezes, unfreezes, I'm off the platform dead. Oh, fake game, right? So, can't really take that seriously. You know what I mean? Anyway, check out the videos. Let me know your thoughts with these videos. See what you think about the initial impressions of the game. How much more I play it depends on your feedback and what people think, and we'll go from there. Tonight on the late stream, I wanted to do my first ever actual stream of Hades 2.
Alright, yeah, I don't have much to say about fucking Multiverse. Yeah, it's boring as fuck. But he's gonna wage quit it. He was looking to wage quit it yesterday. He only made like $50, and that was because some dent came in and threw him a $20 tip, just to get him to the tier 1 tip goal. No one cared. It was boring. The only interesting thing about it was that the Argentinian detractors came in and slammed his channel with memberships. Last I counted, I think they dropped him like 200 memberships. So that was the only fun thing about that playthrough. Other than that, it was dead. And I don't expect them to play much. He might give it one more chance and then wage quit it, just like our boy Phil does with any game that doesn't bring in any money. So let's keep going.
So we did. However, guess what? I ended up running into a big technical difficulty. My new capture device was telling me there was HDCP protection on my mini PC. There is no HDCP protection on my mini PC. That's false. It's some kind of a false flag. The other capture device I was using for a year and a half is the same company and didn't detect any HDCP. So it makes absolutely no sense that the new one was. It took me like a bit to figure out how to disable it, because you can actually disable it in the capture device, but there's no, like, it's not apparent. You have to go to like 3 menus, and it's like a hidden thing. It's really stupid. So I got it fixed. I started streaming Hades, and now again, to this new device, I enabled everything. I enabled 120 hertz. I enabled HDCP, I enabled HDR video and everything. People started watching, and they're like, man, it looks a little washed out compared to when we were actually watching you play it earlier in the week. And I was like, really? And they're like, yeah, if HDR is enabled, you might see it on your TV, but if your stream setup isn't really supporting it, it's going to make it look washed out for us. So at first, I didn't really understand what people were saying. Finally, people were like, go watch the on-demand video from earlier in the week and compare it to your live stream right now. So I did. And admittedly, the color was a little off. So after halfway through the stream, I basically tweaked the settings some more. I turned off HDR completely, and then everyone said the color was better. So I guess we're not going to do HDR. If HDR is going to be a problem for everybody and people are going to get washed out colors who don't have it, and, you know, forget it. I don't see the point. I'm happy with the VRR so that I get a variable refresh rate, you know, higher refresh rates, no input delay. That's what I was looking for with this capture device. I'm getting it. So I played 2 hours of Hades 2, went extra late tonight because the technical difficulties delayed the stream. Did pretty good, beat the entire first world, got to the second world, and actually got to the final boss of it, and then died first attempt. I would say right now with Hades 2, my favorite weapon is the dual knives. Seems to be fast, effective, my style of weapon. I actually unlocked the axe and tried it. It's slow, and it does a lot of damage, but man, it seems tough to use because you have no ranged attack, and you always put yourself in harm's way, and you don't really have super armor or anything. So I'm not exactly sure how well it works. I didn't really like the axe that much. But overall, good people, you know, good attendance, good people showing up, helping me with builds and explaining how it works. You know, support was actually pretty good. So today was a good day. Getting to play Multiversus, getting to play Hades 2, messing with the new capture device, getting the bugs worked out. It's going to be amazing. I actually cannot wait to stream on Friday because everything's going to look so much better. Seriously. So, anyway, great streams today. I'm not here tomorrow. It's my day off, so I wish you all the best. I hope you have a safe day. Remember, there's tons to catch up on. Lag-free Street Fighter 6, 2 sessions that I played with Honda and Dalsim, and of course the test I did today with Zangief on the podcast. Hades 2 gameplay, other indie games from Saturday's marathon. The continuation of Fallout 4, which was yesterday. Multiversus, trying that out for the first time, right? Finishing up Hellblade 2. Lots of stuff this week. Lots of good stuff. I hope you will check it all out while I am away. When I return on Friday, it is going to be a fun podcast discussing both the Silent Hill and Sony events that are taking place tomorrow. I'll get caught up on those and try to report on them on the podcast in the morning. Let's talk about everything that happened today and on my day off. In addition, first stream will be Fallout 4. And the late stream will be Friday Night Fight Street Fighter, either Lily or Zangief, now with no input lag. I cannot wait to play the game with no input lag. Seriously, I feel like it's going to be a completely different feeling experience. I cannot wait to play with you guys on Friday. Okay? Everyone, thank you so very much for a very...
Alrighty. Yeah, that's a daily wrap, folks. It's just a bunch of nonsense, to be honest. The only thing out of this daily wrap, of course, was just his stupidity when it comes to fucking his system and his setup. It's just so fucking archaic. I mean, this is the type of shit that you do back in 2009, 2010, when the technology really wasn't there, and you had to kind of fucking shoehorn shit together to make it work so that you can stream. That's where Phil is at. But apparently, of course, with Phil, he's always 10 to 15 years behind. So maybe in 2039, Phil will finally realize that maybe he should buy a PC with an internal capture card and finally get that set up. He'll only be like 60 years old. So anyway, let's see. Anyway, that's all I have, folks. Oh, the other thing too is I want to give a big shout out. If you don't know, your boy Duty activated memberships the other day, and again, this is just optional. You don't need to do it. It's perfectly fine. If you want to do it to get the emotes and enter the gift card giveaway, you can get yourself an Argentinian. You can get yourself an Argentinian membership. Just fire up a VPN and pay like 3 cents for the membership. Your boy Duty doesn't care. But I just want to give a big shout out to all these folks here that did sign up. There were more. YouTube is being a detractor and didn't give me all the names. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace out.